It's Flack 88. Welcome back to this game of Operation Barbarossa. This is 6.1 in our second Barbarossa game, coming after a short recess as we played Global War 1985 this last weekend. But let's get right back into it with 6.1. Starting off with our buy, and we will collect our 60 right away at the end of the turn. We are, ooh, look at all that junk over there. We are down to 60 because we're down a few factories. And since you collect your income at the beginning of the turn, those factories make that calculation at the start of your turn instead of at the end of your turn as other games go. But with our 60, we're going to buy a ton of infantry. I'm not going to count them out. As well as some supplies and some artillery down here. And then with our Siberian reinforcements of the 40 there, we're going to do 3 trucks, 5 supply, 3 artillery, 4 infantry. With our Lend-Lease, we're going to do 2 guards, medium armor. Very good, very good. Okay, so if you don't recall, we are in the mud this turn. And that will make some of these decisions easy for me. But starting off with the only aircraft at an air base, the 2 medium bombers in Moscow are going to do a SBR on these supplies here in Kiev. Otherwise, everything else is ground attack. So in Smolensk, they're going to move down from north to south in a full attack. Our partisans are going to, which I did collect and place right away at the beginning of the turn. The 2 in the middle are going to attack bridges. The other 2 are going to attack a rail into those adjacent zones. In the south, we're going to move south. We're going to do a breakout movement here into the out of supply Kharkiv. And then in Kharkiv, since I'm thinking of it, we did decide to implement a new concept with the interesting situation that we have with an out-of-supply zone with a factory. So, with that being said, I am interrupting my combat moves, but we will explain this quick. So what we're going to do is we're going to make the factory output, which is normally 10, half for the zone when it is out of supply. So if you recall, I think I built 11 units, which should have only been 10, so I took those off. They're here. I also built 11 in Stalingrad, so I need to put that back in Moscow. But anyway, if that factory was damaged, let's just say it has 2 damage, its remaining 8 is now halved to 4. So it is undamaged at 10. So its current capacity is 5. So I put the 5 supplies there from last turn. The other 6 supplies, I'm going to put them up here off camera. 6 supplies, and that AAA is going to go up into Moscow. That's the only other factory that was close that wasn't fully produced at. In older renditions, we were doing supply and units 10 each, but we're just going to do a total of 10 at each factory. So easy. It's easy with damage, it's easy with production. So, okay, now that that is overworded, let's continue our combats. Everyone wanted an explanation, right? From that newly supplied force in Kharkiv, they're going to go north to Belgrade, and then this large force from the north is going to come down, and we are going to hopefully encircle some units over here. Outstanding. The Tula infantry are also coming down. So, we have a couple attacks. So let's bring these over to the battle board. And we are using this lovely new dice tray that I got from Doug this last weekend. Thank you so much again. But let's do our 2 medium bombers, 4 dice each. 3 or less is a hit. We're targeting the supply. And we got 1. We got 1 3. So I'll take 1 off of the supply in Kiev. And there was no air defenses there, so that was an easy decision. Okay. Next up, let's do this guy over here. It's across a bridge, or excuse me, it's across a river. So I've got 3 infantry attacking at 1, and 1 defending mech. So here we go. Here's our attack. They missed. Here's our defender. Defender got a hit. I'm gonna call that a hit. Ooh. Okay. So that puts me to 2 to 1. I'm actually gonna suspend that battle there. So that's gonna be done. The breakout up north. And this has a mech and a fighter. The fighter is in the mud, and therefore it cannot retreat. So with this one, we've got 11 infantry at 2. And looks like we got 2 hits. Very good. And then we will do 1 defender, mech, and that got a 2. Very good. Okay. Easy. All right, so the fighter is dead, the mech is dead, and we will lose 1 infantry. Outstanding. Okay, so they didn't even have a chance to retreat there. Very good. Next, let's do this guy here. This is quite a bit, but I will roll my crazy amount of artillery, which I've got 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 artillery. Those are first strike, so let's see if we can peel those off first. So here we go. These are at 4. 1, 2, 3. So we got 3. He's got 2 artillery as well. Okay, so I'll roll 2 defending artillery. This is a little close. 2 defending artillery. I'll reroll this guy for you, Captain G. Okay, so there's 1 hit. All right, so I'll lose an infantry on first strike. Very good. And then his remaining 3 light infantry after I continue my attacks. We've got a cool 27. That's a lot. Okay. All right, so let's do... There we go. Here's 10 infantry at 2, at 1, because we're attacking into the city. Those are all missed. And there's 1 hit. And then we've got 5 more. And if we can't get them, there it is. There's the last hit. We can take it back. Very good. All right, so we'll just do our defenders. Our last 3 defenders. There's 1 4. That is a hit, so I'll take another infantry. All right, very good. It's a little tough when you only get to see a battle board, or excuse me, a dice tray. So we will take southern Smolensk back from the forces of evil with our full complement of items here. Outstanding. That was in 1 turn to take that city zone. This guy here, let's do the small one. The small one is... All right. Getting back to where we were with this combat here in Belgorod. We are taking in 5 infantry. And I'll make sure to chip this guy back out. 5 infantry, 2, and then all the armor, excuse me. 5 infantry and all the armor. Okay, I didn't say that before, so apologies on that. In defense, we have a fighter that's stuck and an infantry. And we won't battle board this one, but we'll battle board that other great big one. So here we go. We got 5 infantry at 2. There's 1 hit. 2 guards armor at 8. And there's 2 hits. Ooh, those are nice. They sure beat rolling piles of infantry at 2, I suppose. So that fighter, even so well painted, has to go off the board. Sorry, Captain G. And then this guy is just rail is destroyed, but that's irrelevant. All right, and then we'll leave the supplies in Kharkov, which is no longer out of supply. Outstanding, and no opportunity to retreat once again. And here's the big one, and this guy we will battle board. Okay, there we go. All right, so we've got the defending fighter, which is just gonna leave. I'll just put him down here. I'll just do that. Defending, self-propelled, the SS Panzer, 4 tank destroyers. Trucks will be captured. The AA is irrelevant. And we're actually going to have to use this guy as well. He's got a 2 medium minor armor. We've got 3, 4, 5 light armor. And these will retreat after the first round. Defending mech. Mechanized infantry, very good. And then 1 medium. And then we're taking in these mechs. These light infantry. Light infantry. Where are you? There we go. Excuse me, light armor. My goodness, it's late. It is late. My goodness. Okay. I just realized I missed my infantry boost on my Smolensk attack. You're welcome, Captain G. Medium armor. Now we've got 1 self-propelled here. That is boosted there. So that doesn't boost. That boosts the mech actually. So we'll do that. I'll remember what that is. And we've got another pile of infantry down here. Okay. Very good. It's a little bit far out. Far out, man. Yeah, we'll start here. Okay, we'll start here with the infantry. We've got 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. A cool 20. 20 is even. 5, 10. Okay. 10 infantry. You know, and I forgot to remember target select 1. Target select 1. Look at there. We've got a 1. So I'm going to put that 1 there. And that 2 there. Very good. Add 2 back. Alright, here's the second half of the infantry. I see this one's probably an 11. So we got another 2. Okay, very good. All right, moving on now to mechs. We got 2 mechs for 2 hits. Can't recall if we gave mechs target select. I'm gonna go with no. It probably is, but we're gonna go with no. Let's see. We got a boosted mech at 5. That's a hit. Katusha is a miss. 4 light armor out of 5, so we got another hit. Very good. And lastly, we've got 6 medium armor at 7. 1, 2, 3 7s. My goodness, those are barely hits. Okay, we're gonna do like that. We're trying something new. We're trying something new with the dice on the map here. So, all right, in defense. In defense, let's start at the top. We got 1 at 8. That SS Panzer. And that, oh, better zoom in on that guy. That is a 9. Oh, so sorry, Captain G. And we have medium armor at 7. That's a 1. That's a hit. Okay. All right. So we got the tank destroyers. These are target select 2. So here's 4 of those rascals. And I'll re-roll this one. That was kind of goofed. Miss all around. Not even a 5. Not even a standard hit. So sorry. And then we got 4, 5 light armor at 5. 1, 2, 3 hits. Okay, very good. And we've got an artillery, which I should have rolled the artillery for first strike. That artillery missed. I'm pretty sure mine missed too, so that's a wash. Last is the mech. Mech is a 2, that's a hit. Okay, very good. And actually, that's not last. We got the 2 minor tanks. Those are at 5, so there's another hit. Okay, look at all those dice. Dice are hits. Very good. All right, so first of all, I've got 1 target select hit. And I'm going to target the medium armor. That makes sense. Very good. We got 2 general hits. 2 general hits. I will take... I've got a lot of hits, so we'll start with the medium, or excuse me, the minor tanks there. So those 2 are gone. We got 2 more hits. We'll go with these 2 guys. 1, 2. 1, 2 more hits. Let's go with, do we go medium? Let's do tank destroyers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll save that last one for a light armor. Okay, so that takes care of all my hits. Now I've got to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to do 1 and there. Done. 6 hits. Outstanding. Okay. Now, these remaining units can retreat. This fighter is stuck in the mud and it will not retreat. So that is a 3rd fighter that will have to be captured. Very good. So the retreating force is going over here to Orel. That's an SS Panzer, 4 light armor and a AA. I think I missed this hit, so I'm going to take off another infantry. I'll just take the sculpt off. Can't remember if I took him or not. We'll just we'll lean in the case of my opponent in his favor. All right, so we will take Libany. We'll capture the 2 trucks. We'll capture the supply. with all this stuff. This was actually a mech. Very good. We got one little Katusha. We've got these medium armors. Outstanding. Very good. Okay. That looks really nice. That looks really nice. We're going to put some cooler roundels. Get out of here. Ha! Okay, where are my out of supply markers? Because we just put some stuff out of supply. Let's swing around this way. Okay. That puts Tambov and this guy, all those stuff, all that stuff there. Those guys are out of supply. They are cut off. They are cut off completely. So we have complete encirclement. Boom. And no supplies, so they cannot make an attack. They can non-combat, but they are stuck. Surrounded. Okay, very good. I did forget to roll my partisans, so let's roll those quick. Make sure I get my sheet here so I don't goof that up. Starting in Rigo, we've got, I think it's 1 die. Got the 2 partisans to make the movement, and we're going to roll 1 die. So here's Rigo. Rigo is a 4. 4 is mission success, so we will destroy the rail in Rigo. Okay, very good. Next up, I'll show that quick. So that is destroyed there. So next up is this guy here. I can't read it under that stack of things, but we're going to attack the bridge. Bridge attack. 1! Ha! Glorious! Glorious. Okay, so what we just did is damage this bridge, and we just got another partisan because we got a 1. Very good. Okay. Now down here in this zone, we're going to attempt to also destroy that bridge. Whoa! Technical difficulties. That's a 7. 7 is a failure, so that is nothing. And then lastly is this one here, moving to attack the rail in that zone. That's 12, so that is a removed. So we will remove, can't remember if it's 1 or 2. We'll just remove 1. Captain G, let me know you are the master at the partisan rules. Very good. Okay. That will conclude our combat movements. As we pan around, I'll take all those off. Try not to make this super long carnage on the outside of the board here. But let's move into non-combat. First of all, let's put these aircraft back before I forget. Back in Moscow. That's a good spot for them. Very good. All this stuff's in southern Smolensk. Southern Smolensk. Very good. Okay. And it is mud, so the trucks can only move 1. The trucks can only move 1. So this big stack of infantry is going to move here. It's going to take this big stack of supplies and this AA up 1. And if I could pronounce these, I would. But I can't. But I can't. And I'm just looking at my arrows here. It looks like I missed a couple. So we're going to take 2 off that stack. 2 off that stack, and those 2 are going to go here. Outstanding. To the south, this guy is going to walk 1. This guy's going to walk 1. I'm happy that my build is covering part of this, but I'm happy with everything else down here. We are going to sea lift 2 from Sebastopol. They're going to land at that port in Macap. Outstanding. Yep, they're still holding out. Very good. What else do we got? This is no more. That was the retreat. These infantry down up here are going to slide down 1 to Tula. We'll get this off the board. Sounds like a Western in the background, but it is Soviet music, if you can believe it. These trucks are limited to 1, as I said before. They will move up just 1 to Saratov. These guys here are going to hold fast. These infantry are going to swing around. These are going to swing around. And then lastly, we've got the trains up here. The train on the left is going to pick up artillery and supplies. Yes, and the train on the right is going to pick up infantry, and they're going to move to... They're going to move to right here. This guy. And these, let's see. These trucks are going to move to Smolensk. That's a good spot for them. But first, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 infantry. This is the song from The Hunt from Red October, if you do recall. And then the other train is going to bring 4 artillery to supply. Well, let's can the supply, and we'll just make it 2 infantry. So I gotta do some accounting here. Okay, very good. All right, stacks of chips. Everyone loves accounting. Not really. That's why we try to make this game more simple. Very good. So that's all good. That's all good. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. All right. Try to keep this quick. We'll put some stuff out now. Okay, and at the beginning of the turn, this was encircled and out of supply. So I'm going to abide by the limit of 5 rules. So we're going to place a 3 infantry and 2 supply, which I should do my accounting first. Yep. Starting to get some brain fog here. Well, let's take off our supplies first. That's before place units. So that's 1 out of Kharkov, 1 out of here, 1 out of here, even though I just captured it. 1 out of Moscow. And then another one up out of Leningrad. And those are my only stacks of supplies on the map. Very good. Okay, back to it. So we took it away just to add it back in Kharkov. We put the 2, 3 artillery there. In Stalingrad, we're going to put the infantry and the supplies. In Moscow, we're going to place, excuse me, those are Lend-Lease. Let me pan over here. Okay. The Lend-Lease is going up in the Lend-Lease box. That's the 2 guards armor. And those have to be non-infantry. And they are. It just so happens that 8 and 8 make 16, and that's just easy math. And then we've got some infantry to place. Let's see, let's do, how many we place here? 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's good enough. We're gonna put 5 in Saratov. That's off camera, my apologies. 5 in Moscow, 5 in Leningrad, excuse me, Novograd. That looks like a good spot. Novograd's right here with the factory. And then lastly, Siberian reinforcements. We're going to put these at number 3, which is right here. Don't mind all my stuff there. That's the infantry 3, artillery, infantry 4, artillery 3, supply 5, and 3 trucks, which makes a perfect 40. Okay, so I'm going to leave the 60, the 40, and we will collect a cool 8 for Lend-Lease next turn. As I said before in the beginning of the video, you collect that, your regular income, beginning of the video, but I'll keep it there for easy accounting. That wraps up my turn. I did not destroy anything, but we did successfully encircle some German units. We killed like 3 fighters, and then these guys are gonna have to get rescued or face the consequences. Okay, very good. This is Flat 88 signing off. Thank you all for watching, and take care.